Dave is one of these amazingly insightful and incisive and logical individuals. He's also intensely competitive, and you can see this both in his athletics career and also in his drive to succeed in the life sciences industry.
He's humble and relaxed, but also proud and very competitive. Dave is often the brightest person in the room, but he's also interested in simple things like football and famous sport or film personalities.
Dave Goodell is famous for cloning insulin at Genentech. Some people call him a gene jockey. I think he even calls himself that.
I got to UCSD in the fall of '68, and it was small campus, just Revelle, really science heavy. I thought I'd be a math major. I was best at math in high school. I lasted 1 or 2 quarters there, then moved to physics, and there were smarter guys in physics. So then became a chem major, and only my last year when I had a lab assignment in Bruno Zim's lab, who'd been my advisor, did I move to biochemistry. He encouraged that as the next field.
He was employee number 3 at Genentech and the first scientist hired there. He set out to clone genes to help deliver human therapeutics.
And this is what made Genentech what they are today. There was this race to clone insulin because we were going to have a shortage. And Dave worked at a pace that seems almost inhuman at this point to be the first person in the world to really get it to work.
After I left UCSD, there was a long time before coming back and getting involved. I have really high memories of all my UCSD days. And I think that led to the idea of the sandbox and some athletic funding. It was just the next step.
The sandbox model is uniquely positioned to engage industry and other researcher partners because of its central location, the fact that all these technologies are housed under one roof. It's just going to facilitate so much more innovation and, of course, access than anything we've seen before.
Dave helped shape the technology sandbox, and he helped us to fully realize our vision of how it can accelerate discovery in both academia and industry. This will be a part of his legacy, contributing both to the success of my faculty and to the life sciences industry to make sure that the life sciences industry has the talent that it needs to continue to thrive.
I met him up in San Francisco in his office to talk about athletics and potentially providing us scholarships. I was intrigued with the things that he was doing, the sandbox in particular, and was impressed by his understanding of athletics, not only as a former athlete, but also the fact that his boys were involved in athletics. So it was a great connection right from the beginning.
I've always loved athletics, sports, competition. So I've had long lifetime interest in seeing UCSD move from really small college athletics to Division I. Earl Edwards has done a great job.
The idea that he's decided to get involved in the very beginning of our Division I journey hopefully will set the table for the future as well when it comes to scholarships.
So Dave has tremendous respect in the medical science field, from his days at Genentech, Tularic, Amgen, and then at the Column Group. He's raised many generations of scientists that are now the leaders of the industry. And that pool of talent that he has raised with his standards is very valuable to the industry and to our companies in our funds.
As a managing partner, I'm responsible really for the investments being successful. I'm very early stage, trying to build companies around an exciting area of science, but at the same time, I think it's more important to get great people. I really like supporting grad students and postdocs. That's the next generation of great science.
My name is Ashley Kim, and I'm a fifth-year PhD candidate in the Biological Sciences program, and I'm in the James Nye Lab, where we study honeybee health and also communication and behaviors. With the Godel Fellowship that I was able to receive, we were able to purchase a lot of new equipment that made the research extremely smooth, and we got very exciting data that no one has ever looked at before.
There isn't a street in any major city around the world where you could walk without constantly running into people whose lives or whose family lives have been profoundly improved by Dave and your research team's groundbreaking work.
I look forward to working with Dave and Alina and their family for the years to come to ensure that what we're doing here at UC San Diego is living up to their high standards, and that we're accelerating discovery in the ways that they expect.
To me, receiving the Chancellor's Medal Award is something I never could have imagined when I was a student, but this is a huge honor, and again, I could have never imagined something like this happening, so it's really a great feeling.